Hey man, say man, y'all know what's going on. If you're new to the channel, this your man's Clarecash. We're back at it again. Y'all already know what the vibes is. Like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely gonna help your mans with the algorithms. Y'all know the deal. You feel me? Back at the BBLs, I figured I came across this in the suggested box. Cause this real. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's lock in with this BBL stuff for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But without no further ado, this real deep. You feel me? As y'all can see in the title, this is real scary stuff. You feel me? It really made me think like, yikes. You know, but without no further ado, let's get it. Let's go.
I
hope the sound right. I hope y'all can hear me.
That I would
you know
be so transparent and open with you and share the good, great, bad, and the ugly of this entire procedure. Today, I am going to address the ugly part, and actually it's downright scary. So please listen carefully, especially if you're thinking about elective surgery or any type of surgery, or you know somebody that is. This stuff is very, very important, and I don't think it's talked about enough at all. I think some of it is just downright probably embarrassing, so people don't talk about it, but that's even more of a reason why I want to bring it up. If you're down with that and you like that, please go ahead and hit the like button, and of course, if you haven't subscribed to House of Hot, please go ahead and do that so that you don't miss any videos. You'll get inbox notifications every time we upload a new one. This is a little hard to talk about because I don't want to scare you guys. But I have to be honest with you. So I actually became conscious during my surgery. It was at the moment that I was having my legs lipoed.
Waking up during surgery, like, that's like worst nightmare. Me listening to her talk, like, I'm thinking I'm scared to go sleep tonight because, yo, imagine just laying there, you waking up during surgery, people sucking the life out of you. Like, yo, that's some wild shit. Okay, mama, you got me tripping already. See that it's deep for
That's
her.
very scary.
Swear to God.
I can't explain to you
Wallahi,
the pain
that's crazy.
that I felt while this was happening. Now, I have to be very clear and thorough with this, so please listen before you start jumping to conclusions. This has nothing to do with the doctor. This doesn't happen very often. It's usually maybe like 1 in 1,000, and that's still, you know, that's a lot, but it's not
1 in 1,000. Yo,
it's just not common. But there are a number of factors that can cause you to wake up or become conscious during surgery. So basically there's a cocktail mixture that they give you to take you under. One is, it's like an anesthetic type drug which takes care of the pain so that you're not feeling anything, but the other one is a paralytic. And that is what keeps you still, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It is basically a paralyzing drug. So when I became awake, I couldn't move anything.
That sounds like a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Because of the paralytic drug.
Yo.
So I wasn't able, as hard as I tried, I wasn't able to notify the doctor because I just couldn't move anything.
So you laying there on the bed getting operated on. They got knives in you, got machines sucking some fat out of you, and you waking up like your eyes open. You aware this happening to you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? You laying there on the bed, and your eyes open. You feeling what got going on. You know what I'm saying? You feeling like how they sucking out the stuff from you. But you can't move your hands, you can't move your mouth, you can't say nothing. Nah, that's taboo. Like, I don't know how I feel about that game. You know what I mean?
But again, another testament to God during that time, because it was so painful.
She's saying it was so painful, so she was conscious, like.
I prayed, because that's all I could do. Less than 15 seconds,
stuck in your own body.
my fingers started to move. And I heard the doctor, the anesthesiologist, say, "Oh God, I've got to give her some more." And he did, and within less than 10 seconds, I was completely under again. I do not for 1 second blame the anesthesiologist or my surgeon for what happened. It's just a risk that is associated with surgery.
So you basically sign indemnity for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's on a paper that say, like, if you wake up during surgery, you've gone through this whole experience, feeling what's got going on with you, like, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're gonna die from the pain, like, because there's no means of you indicating, like, this having you to where you feeling the pain because you paralyzed.
It happens. It was painful, but you know what? I survived.
She's saying it was painful.
I'm sitting here talking to you today. I will go into deeper detail about this incident if you'd like, maybe like in a story time format, just to explain it more thoroughly. If you want me to talk about that, please leave that in the comment section below. Like the video. Actually, definitely leave it in the comment section so I can know that you want a story time.
Yeah, girl, that's what we need. You know
a lot of you guys requested that I do this story time, so I'm going to try to get through this without being emotional, but I can't promise you anything. I've had a lot of time to sit back and think about everything that's happened, and there are a few questions that I do want to address that a lot of people brought up in the comment section, so I'm going to discuss. I was ready to now go to the OR. I was escorted. I said bye to Tiara. I left her in the waiting room.
Okay, that's just her going to the day of the
surgery. Real has to be real because I feel it. Like, this was the most painful.
Yikes.
The instrument was inserted into that incision and kept going back and forth.
She wasn't
up and saw all this blood. That, assuming it's right when they started doing the lipo on my legs, because the liposuction going in and out of my leg.
Nah, fam, I need to find out what she got going on.
Which contains the paralytic and the other anesthesia drugs that cause you to go to sleep. So just before they started to count me down, or as they started to count me down, I felt the cold sensation in my veins. And yeah, it was like 10, 9, 8, and right at around 7, I literally don't remember anything. The next thing that I remember is the excruciating pain of the tool being used for the liposuction going in and out of my leg. Now, I started to feel the pain, I guess I'm assuming it's right when they started doing the lipo on my legs, because I distinctly remember them making the initial incisions. I felt the incision being made. That was the weirdest feeling. That honestly, oddly enough, did not hurt. And I think that's kind of the sensation. Sometimes you hear about people getting stabbed and they were like, I didn't know I was stabbed until I got up and saw all this blood. That part really, it didn't hurt at all. It was when the instrument was inserted into that incision and kept going back and forth. At this point, I'm still trying to figure out, okay, this is real, it has to be real because I feel it. Like, this was the most painful, this is the most painful experience I've ever felt in my life. And honestly,
like,
I have.
Look, she's saying, she letting us know, like, she literally felt it happening, like, You know what I mean? You supposed to be like unconscious. You supposed to be out. You know what I mean? But she's awake, like literally feeling what they got going on with their body, like. Yo! It's crazy.
A relatively high pain tolerance. I really do. But this was like off the charts. I don't even know quite what to explain or to compare the pain like. Just think of it as this. So liposuction is kind of, it's a big deal. People think, oh, it's not that big a deal, but it really is, because every time they insert the instrument, that one time, that's known as a surgical wound. So with liposuction, they're constantly going in and out, in and out, in and out. They may do that like 500, 800 times. Well, that's 500 or 800 surgical wounds that are now being made. So I felt every last one of those. I felt when they made the incision on my knees. It was just excruciating. I am really trying not to like get emotional, but
yo, that's torture, bro. That's torture.
It was excruciating. I don't wish that kind of pain on anybody. It was really weird because I heard everything going on around me. I heard my anesthesiologist. I heard the doctor that was doing my liposuction. It was not my actual surgeon that was doing the lipo at that point. He was in surgery with another patient, from my understanding. And one of his other doctors were lipoing my legs, and then he came in and finished my back and stuff and did everything else.
I'm sure y'all can hear the lady talk. Okay, she stopped.
And did the fat transfer. But I can tell you exactly where the other female doctor was standing. It was a female. And then I know exactly where my anesthesiologist was standing. A lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, you should sue, and you know, they probably told you that it's not their fault.
Here, like, yo, or I need this because they like damage you, or like, you know what I mean? You was never supposed to go through that type of pain, because you could have died, like, you know what I'm saying? You could have died, lady.
Stop thinking that it's not their fault, because it is their fault. Well, in any case, any medical case, there are so many elements that have to be determined before you can say whose fault something is. This surely was an accident. It was not intended. I don't even know if I can call it an accident. It was a freak phenomenon. I know for a fact that he took extreme cautions to make sure that he had gotten all the information from me that he needed. It's no way that he would have, you know, just negligently not given me enough of the combination of the cocktail to keep me under. And this is my thing. If you give too much anesthesia, that's lights out permanently. Like, you will die. So my thing is, if I'm going to be on one end or the other, I'd rather be awake than not ever wake up again.
Nah, fam, y'all gotta let me know. What y'all gotta let me know? Would y'all rather want more anesthesia, whatever it is, or y'all rather want less? Would y'all rather want to go through what she went through, or just completely die? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I could not go through what she went through. Like, that's horrible. Like, yo, that's unbearable. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all would choose. Would y'all rather want him to do too much? You like near-death experience with you, seeing yourself in your body with you, or you would rather feel what she felt? Like, I don't know, man.
And somebody was saying, well, they're supposed to be there monitoring you and this and that. He was right next to me.
Yo,
I know that he was
You can still see that she's still traumatized the way she talked. Like, her eyes water up. You know what I'm saying? Her eyes glowing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She's saying she remember where the doctor was standing, where who was with you. That means, like, I'm dead ass just looking at y'all fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? That's out of control. Like, yo.
To me, he was closer to my head because I heard his voice right there in my ear when they were talking. He was standing right next to me the entire time that I was awake. So it's not like he wasn't monitoring anything. I just don't know what happened. But it's a known fact that there is something called an awakening phenomenon, and 1 out of 1,000 people will experience that in surgery, and it just happens. It's a risk that you take, and for the people.
She's saying again, 1 out of 1,000 people. You know what I mean? You gotta be super unlucky. You know what
People
I'm saying?
saying that, oh, you can get millions and you should sue the crap out of them.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't work that
I would pursue like some type of shit, bro.
easy. First of all,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not here because I hate y'all or because I'm mad at y'all, but goddamn, right? Yo.
You have to study legislation.
Imagine y'all just think about this, man. I don't think I'm overreacting. Like, think about this. Like, put yourself in her shoes. Like, you laying on the table there, motherfuckers is counting on you, and you just awake, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't say nothing, like, you can't move your arms because you paralyzed, like, you laying there, like, looking at these motherfuckers. Like, that's a nightmare. Yo, I never, like...
There is a cap on malpractice, and it's somewhere around $250,000. That's kind of universal across the entire country. Now, there are other factors that come into play that might change that, like if a doctor was intentionally being negligent, or they were like, you know, trying to kill you or do something crazy. But for something that's just regular malpractice or an accident, you're not going to get much more than $250,000, and not to mention attorney's fees and things like that. So now you're looking at take home of maybe $100,000. I don't know. It's not.
Every dollar counts.
Not worth it for me. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm grateful for my doctor. I'm still grateful for my anesthesiologist. I know a couple anesthesiologists.
I wouldn't be reacting to this if you wasn't
that are completely unbiased and separate from this case. And, you know, things like this happen. It doesn't mean that a doctor is not being careful or not doing his job. Sometimes things just happen. A lot of you guys were so supportive and so sweet and sent me, you know, prayers and best wishes and all that stuff, and I really, really know what happens. People are still going to choose to do elective surgery and plastic surgery, and you may not agree with it. That's totally fine. I'm lesson learned. I think it was more of, no pun intended, an awakening moment. It just lets you know, like, what can happen.
Hey, I think she done told us everything, her whole experience. Y'all know what it is. I'm not trying to hold you too long, but everybody, thank you for tuning in. I love and appreciate y'all. But until next time, see ya, gang.